Hi Scorpios, welcome to your August reading. So I went ahead and pulled your spread already, and I'm actually very, very excited to read this for you because it's very, very beautiful. It's very, very positive. With that said, there might have been, looking at these, there might have been some definitely difficult struggles in the last few months, or even like currently now, I'm seeing some of that energy, but I'm seeing a lot of that. And it might not be exactly this month, but this is the energy, this is the change, this is the feeling that's going on now. This is the available, cards essentially for you. This is where I kind of feel like claim it for yourself. Of course, use your discernment when listening to this. If it feels like it resonates for you, take it. If not, leave it behind. And obviously, again, if you want a personal reading, I do offer those. I'll leave my information in the description. But looking at these cards, to me, I'm feeling like there is definitely an expansion of your consciousness. I feel expansion of like your purpose, business, and expansion of your love of as well. I feel like this is all leading up to this. We've had this Taurus Scorpio eclipses happening. We're rounding it out. We're about to enter into the last one of this cycle. So there's a culmination type of energy happening here. And I'm seeing it resulting in not only, this happens when we kind of graduate and there's this kind of energy push towards this new experience, towards newness. Within that, there's always a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of growing pains. And I'm seeing that, that's essentially showing up now a little bit or in the past. This is a little bit like, am I going the right way? Which way do I go? This is somebody, working hard at their craft right now. This is somebody that's though in the apprenticeship phase. That's the Eight of Pentacles for me. And that's in your here and now energy. So it's telling me that there's something here that you are working on, whether it is yourself, it's your purpose, it's your goals in life. I feel like right now is a wonderful time to be very intentional, especially as I'm filming this right as we're exiting Cancer season into Leo season. Leo season is, in the tarot, it's the sun. It's also the strength card. So sun, obviously growth, strength, obviously courage when it comes to overcoming, self-doubt, fears, all of these things that we have to overcome, the beast within us, and gently loving it. And this is how we understand ourselves. And that's really kind of tying back to kind of universal consciousness. It's like realizing it's really the spark of all within all of us, a spark of God within all of us. We are made by the Creator, and we are part of this. And we are part of that consciousness. There's, so interesting. I feel like a really, really upbeat, heightened energy around you. So if you've been feeling a little bit stuck or melancholy in the past, that's definitely changing this month. I actually feel like you're going to have a lot of work on your hands. So if you've been looking for a job, I feel like you're going to have a lot of offers or opportunities, but I just feel generally most of you are going to be working a lot. It's like on the way though towards mastering something. So Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, but you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is the master of his own domain. He's the master of his kingdom, and he's a leader. So you can be dealing with somebody like this in your life, somebody that will help navigate you to the next step, or you can step into this role yourself, step into this energy yourself. It really depends on who you are. If you're very young, listening to this, I wouldn't kind of attribute this card to you, essentially. This takes a lot of years. This takes a lot of experience. Again, that's not to say that it can't be talking about you, but if it's not, it's typically talking about a male boss, grandfather, father figures can be a theme this month. Healing the wounds of the father. Some of you, as I'm saying that, I feel very loud and clear yes. So I just wanted to highlight that. Healing father issues. As we do this, I feel like growth and ascension is more of a spiraling process. It's a spiraling, revisiting issues, kind of letting things go bit by bit by bit. And this feels like this in some sort of way where it's really ready to kind of like push through to this next, it's almost like chapter layer in your evolution, in your experience in life, because you have right in the center the artist. So the artist is, this is the dreamer. This is somebody, thinking about the future, what is coming. So it's telling me you're in this manifestation phase. And again, I would invite you to manifest really hard this month. Like if you have a whiteboard or if you have a notebook, get it out. Because I'm seeing the tree of life, seeing, kind of taking a step back, seeing the perspective on everything that you're doing, thinking about, again, the Taurus, Scorpio eclipses that we've been going through, kind of leading up to this culmination. But really, it's seeing how everything in your life has been interconnected up until now to get you to where you are. And it's telling me you're at a stepping stone place in your life. There's the next step coming, and I feel like the energy's building, and it's saying get a really, really positive mindset, because whatever you're working at, I'm seeing moving forward. I know it might not seem like it yet though, because the Ace of Cups so far has been crossed, but it's going to change. There's something here unlocking within you when it comes to like realization of self-worth, and it's almost like this aha moment or enlightenment moment where it's like, okay, I'm ready. So I feel like you're building up to either like a leap of faith or like a self-personal realization. And this can take years or it can take a moment. It always happens in a moment, that breeze of aha, of realization. But I'm seeing something here coming in soon. You just don't see it yet. It's because of, this is in your subconscious energy. Again, this is, I feel like, going back to the energy of knowing your worth. You can also be connecting with, I feel like, Aries, Taurus, Libra energy for some of you. Aries, Taurus, Libra. I'm getting Aries, Taurus, Taurus, and then Libra, third. Anyways, that might just be for some of you. Some of you, this is grandma energy. Really what this feels like to me, though, when it comes to elevating into our next level of consciousness and hence next level of vibration, next level of an experience, really is the balance between the two, the masculine and the feminine, the divine, it's within us all. But how the energies play out as well in our lives. This is being like the energy of receiving. This is the energy of giving. So having these imbalances, not living in a place where I don't have anything to give. You always have something to give, and it will balance out this receiving. So interesting. I'm seeing if you're feeling really tight on money, this might seem completely counterintuitive. I feel like if you can spare something for somebody else, whether it's through tithing if you go to church, or if it's somebody on the corner that needs your help, I'm seeing the giving aspect being highlighted right now. It's almost like an experiment and seeing how things come back to you. You're not giving to receive, but I feel like just keep that nugget in the back of your mind. I'm feeling like it's a really important time to give. Interesting. As well as knowing what you deserve. This feels somewhat more related to like life in general, the big picture of life. So if there's been like crummy relationships, bad jobs, certain cycles that you've had to really, really pry yourself out of, It's telling me that you're finally elevating to this self-realization kind of self-love phase of what you deserve, and things in your life are about to start to grow in a way that I feel like you haven't seen before or didn't feel was possible before. Because again, this is the energy that the universe is telling me that you're experiencing now. This is like, I don't have enough. How am I going to make it work? Maybe I'm single. I don't see the person. Again, that's where the Ace of Cups is crossed. You're not seeing it quite yet, but it's saying, oh, give this a little bit of time. Look optimistically. That's that wand energy with that fire energy, that possibility, that excitement in the direction that you want. That's why I'm saying write it down, visualize it, all of these beautiful things, especially in Leo season. I feel like Cancer season. I mean, maybe you're handling it better than me. I'm a Taurus. I think Mars, my Scorpio's in Mars. Anyways, Cancer season, you might be handling it better. You're a water sign as well. But I feel like this, like Cancer season has been drudging up a lot of emotion. I don't know if it's come out yet, but I feel like, again, it's making space for something new. And in Leo season, I feel like you're going to start to see the direction that life is pulling you. So if you've been praying for answers, if you've been asking for answers, if you've been looking for a sign, ask for it this month. Like, write down specifically what type of sign you'd like, and have the knowingness and the faith to know it's not just a coincidence. Because again, I feel like this is the time that we're going through this massive, massive shift in the world. I mean, a few weeks ago, the Schumann resonance was looking in a way I've never seen it before. It was creating these beautiful geometric patterns. We're definitely going into a new experience in this world, in this dimension. I mean, a lot of us are choosing the new, and I would invite you to align with that vibration. It's available. The ladder is available as well, that stuckness. This is the transition into the new, and there's a lot of possibilities in here. And it requires us to all hold this really high, I feel like, intent and vibration. That's why I'm feeling, that energy of giving, of loving, of extending good energy to one another. This is what helps move the process, because when you know what you have, you know what you're deserving with, you can give limitlessly. Usually there's like in the Rider-Waite Tarot and the Empress, there's a stream flowing abundantly forever. Always have this energy to give. Everything should always be in movement. I wouldn't be hoarding anything right now. I wouldn't be holding on to anything too tightly right now. I also feel like you're going to have people around you. I mean, initially I feel a reluctance to ask people for support, but I would invite you to do just that. When I'm saying this, I kind of feel the need to drop the ego. So don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to ask for support. Don't be afraid to post on social media. I just feel like, again, the need to connect to your friends in any which way it is, whether it's, directly to them or putting out a spam email or post or something. Maybe it's showing what you're doing. Maybe it's talking about the direction you're going. Maybe it's looking for help in your craft in some sort of way. Because this is in your position of power, the people around you supporting, helping you build your foundation, helping you build your way up to your next experience, your next kind of, whether it's job or, it's really like the whole paradigm though. It's really the whole new experience that's coming in here. And it's leading up, I feel like, end of this year by the latest, but I feel like you've been feeling it for a while. Whatever it is, something's calling you. I'm, again, Taurus, so I'm on the other side of this eclipse energy, and I've been feeling the calling for a long time. I've been ignoring it for a long time. I'm also a fixed sign. We don't like a lot of change when we're fixed, especially, I mean, Now, when things are so insecure, you kind of want to grasp towards that security. But I promise you, the more risks you take, the better it will pay off, is the energy that you're getting. This to me even feels like a risk, and then I'm looking at this infinity sign here. There's infinite possibilities. Weigh your options and then move on. Trust your gut, trust your feelings, and keep going. I mean, I really feel when I'm looking at these two cards that you're being called to kind of be an authority figure as well. I mean, there might be people, yes, helping you out, like a mother, grandmother, father, grandfather, older man, older woman, type of boss type energy. Doesn't matter. But I do feel like first you need to accept it. And also I feel like looking at people around you as your teacher as well. Also, gosh, I'm getting so many messages with these. I also feel, again, this is going back to the mother-father thing. It can be grandmother, grandfather, whatever it feels like to you, but healing these lines as well. So giving gratitude if you haven't checked in with them, if they've passed away, sending them love, sending them thoughts of gratitude, even if they were not so nice. A lot of us need to heal the mother and father wounds. I remember, I think a lot of you know that I spent a greater part of the last decade in South America running retreats. But when I first went down there, I was looking for answers myself, and I was healing some of my parent wounds. And one of the messages that I got, early in my, I don't know, journey, I guess, I felt like I was in deep meditation. I had this message from my father, and it was phrased to me in a way, and it was like, I love you so much that I agreed to come into your life in this incarnation and be, the bad guy, or teach you that lesson that doesn't feel quite right or didn't feel quite right, or left you feeling some sort of way. And I feel like in that way, and when I was having the experiments, it was really, really profound. It was really, really real. And I felt all of the sadness, because that's what it is at the heart of it. It can be anger, yes. It can be frustration. And it can be in many different parts of our lives. I mean, that's the masculine energy. It can show up in many parts of our lives. The jobs, the sometimes the money even. Until we heal this, there's all of these things that kind of say, hold up, let's put another lesson so we can kind of address this issue. Until we heal this, we kind of repeat patterns. We go around in this loop, in this certain, again, consciousness, a certain dimension, certain paradigm that keeps looping. And I feel like the infinity loop here, when I'm talking about this, because I'm immediately being brought to this, it's being balanced, it's being calibrated, and it's being healed. It wants to be healed. It doesn't want you to be stuck anymore. So if you've been having money issues, look at any of the wounds in your heart. And I feel like replacing them, because this is again crossed, replacing them with love. It's really hard to do. Some people have been through a lot. Unimaginable things. Or even subtle things. Everything comes back to our relationship with our parents, with our family, with our ancestors. I feel drawn to read We Are the World, but give me a second to find it, if you don't mind. We Are the World 10. I don't think I've ever read this one. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is from the Osho Zen Tarot. I really love this deck. Osho was a little bit of a controversial figure, but he was really, really smart and had interesting perspectives on Zen, and I love him. So anyways, the commentary. Humanity is depicted here as a rainbow of beings dancing around the mandala of the earth with their hands joined together in joy and gratitude for the gift of life. This card represents a time of communication, of sharing the riches that each of us bring to the whole. There is no clinging here, no grasping. It's a circle without fear of feeling of inferiority and superiority. When we recognize the common source of our humanity, the common origins of our dreams and longings, our hopes and fears, we are able to see that we are all joined together in the great miracle of existence. When we can combine our tremendous inner wealth to create a treasure of love and wisdom that is available to all, we are linked together in the exquisite pattern of eternal creation. We are the world. When thousands and thousands of people around the earth are celebrating, singing, dancing, ecstatic, drunk with the divine, there is no possibility of any global suicide. With such festivity and with such laughter, with such sanity and health, with such natural and spontaneity, how can there be a war? Life has been given to you to create and to rejoice and to celebrate. When you cry and weep, when you are miserable, you are alone. When you celebrate, the whole existence participates with you. Only in celebration do we meet the ultimate, the eternal. Only in celebration do we go beyond the circle of birth and death. This reminds me of a time I was living in Bali, and I had a roommate who shared a house with me. Her name was Joy. She epitomized her name, and she got me out of her comfort zone. Like, I'm open to things, but there's certain things I'm closed to. And she's like, you know, we need to go to ecstatic dance. I was like, I'm not quite hippie enough for that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to hate that. That sounds so terrible and awkward. And it was at first, till I put my sunglasses on and shook off my ego a little bit and just had a good time. And you know what? I was laughing because I felt so dumb. And after a while, I tricked myself into loving it, and I liked it. Anyways, that's kind of the feeling that's kind of permeating through the world right now. I mean, there is craziness on the news. When you turn on the news, there's craziness, there's war, there is, you know, all of this bonkers stuff. I just turned on the news today, or I was looking at online news, and it was the Treasury Secretary or whatever, Janet Yellen, for the United States, like, went to China and ate a meal of psychedelic mushrooms. I was like, you know what? The news doesn't get any crazier. I'm done with this. It's all just a cosmic joke at this point. So that's where I feel like your power is really in community, getting support from people that you need support. And it doesn't just mean financial support. It can mean community support. It can mean showing up to a women's circle. It can be showing up to a community hike. I love to go foraging for mushrooms. So I like, you know, what do they call themselves? I forget. Somebody knows what mushroom hunters call themselves. Dang it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, they're cool and very nerdy. I like to learn from them what I can eat and what will kill me, so I definitely need their help. This to me says, though, get out. You can find support in surprising places. Even if you're looking for one thing, you might find another thing. Like maybe you're looking for community, and maybe you find some sort of business partnership. Be open to these types of things right now, and be open to being seen as well. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of things to share, and don't be hidden. Be able to be found, again, by your tribe. That's what I feel. Be able to be found by your tribe, whatever kind of tribe that is. Beautiful reading. I love this. While I'm here, let's do one more card. Why not? One more card, please, that would be helpful for the sign of Scorpio to hear. For the month of August, what's going on for the sign of Scorpio? Leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory. This feels like, you know yourself, know what you want, and it's coming to you, and you're going to have to be able to have the knowingness to receive it and to execute it. There you go. Summed up beautiful. I feel like this has been a built up, pent up frustration about what to do next, and it's saying go for it. Leap. Take the first step. Dream a good dream for yourself. Dream a good dream for your life. Beautiful reading. All right. I'm going to end it here, Scorpio. Again, if you want a reading with your specific questions, I'm happy to do those. I think my prices are still the same. Haven't raised them since I started. Like, I don't know, 7 years ago. But anyways, that's all in the description. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful month. I'll be back soon with a reading, so please do subscribe. It helps my channel. Like it, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful month, Scorpio. Take care.